I was having a hard time starting this, so I thought when I have the intro state that I'm having a hard time starting this.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secret stars.
The theme is mementos, a face with a million feelings. A memento is a keepsake to remember. So in this illustration, the memento is a memory. We always keep those memories close to our hearts and sometimes take them out to reminisce. It may be a pure, happy memory or sad memory. The pearl symbolizes 100 memories, a million feelings, while the hole on the chest is the heart, and where we keep them. Being underwater is said to be being overwhelmed with emotions, and the sea is supposed to be the conscious mind. These two are often symbolized as your emotions and feelings in your dream. So this is like bottling up our emotions inside our minds whenever we reminisce in our memory. So if we combine all these elements together, we create something like this. It's like constantly being reminded of the past but cannot go back, feeling waves of emotions, and so you can only reminisce to fill the gap.
A single stroke on the page is a statement of our conscience. On our paper, an emotional concept manifests itself. Mabuhay, everyone! I am Vea Jane Lazo, a self taught digital artist from Cebu, Philippines. Art delivers a significant impact on how people perceive and connect with one another and with the world. That is why for the Ialsakus post-workshop activity, I have decided to portray a polar bear cub through digital painting in order to shed light on these creatures' circumstances with the current issue of global warming. Like other wild animals, polar bears have a survival drive that dominates their existence. They are the top predators in their food chain. That is to say, polar bears are crucial to the ecosystem's equilibrium. But more than this, like humans, they have feelings as well. They also experience love, elation, rage, and disappointment. And as the global temperature rises, these beings are at risk of extinction in a variety of ways. As the Arctic sea ice is melting, an entire generation of these sentient creatures could be fading into the background as well. How would they have felt if they had been doomed for selfish reasons? Would they be enraged, scared, or crushed? Which emotion would have taken over their system? Since these sentient creatures lack the ability to speak in our language, I hope that this digital artwork will serve as their voice, reminding everyone that their fate lies in our hands. A memento of how a small change with the way concerns are voiced may have a big impact on our society.
How often do you loathe yourself with what other people say about you? How often do you hide your emotions or feelings just because you're afraid people will judge you? How often were you called disrespectful just because you get angry? How often do you force yourself just to be seen as optimistic? And how often is your sadness tagged as a sign of negativity? Hi, I'm Blaine, and growing up, I have a hard time dealing with my feelings and emotions. I never got to learn how to process my feelings properly. I never get to learn that emotions are normal and people feel them. Growing up, I was always told that my feelings were who I am. I get angry at something valid, they call me disrespectful. I get sad over something or cry, I get told that only girls cry. I get to be so happy that I freely move my body around. I get told boys should be snappy and proper. When I read the theme, Memento, A Face of a Million Feelings, I decided to draw this image because a face, just by looking at someone's face, we're reminded of all the feelings and emotions we share with this person. Looking at your mom will remind you of all the things you experienced with her. The happy birthdays, kisses, the crying for a toy not bought, the angry miscommunications, all of these memories holding all different kinds of feelings and emotions. We can remember them by just looking at a person's face, a memento. But what if it's looking at your own face? I drew this image to represent a person who is reminded of all the times they suppressed a million feelings. She hated herself for being too happy, too sad, too angry, just because people has always have something to say about them. Sometimes when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we see what other people think of us. In this drawing, our emotions. People think we are our emotions. We can't be sad because it's negativity. We can't be angry because it's disrespectful. We can't feel happy, lonely, mad, shocked, disgusted because we are afraid of a bad narrative. The smiling face behind these cracked mirrors means that the real you is behind these perceived ideas of who you are. You are not your emotions and feelings. A mirror should not be a memento of what other people say about you. It should be a reminder of the person looking back, the real you. It's true. Sometimes when we look at ourselves, the past can still haunt us. But they should be reminders, a memento of the old challenges we surpassed, not as hindrances for us to move forward.